my dog, next to a tree. And I thought, well, this tree is a great lesson about what writers see in their minds, because not all of them, but I can see a plot. And nature provides plots visually. So let's look at this tree. This is normal tree. Actually, those things look like legs, right? So why does a tree have two stems on it? Right? So look, it began as one, and then something happened to it, and it split into two, and then came back right here, back as one, and here it is still split. You can still see it. This can be a story about a being, a child, whatever, alien, human, born as one thing and something happened to it. And it split it, either emotionally or into sideways universes, you know? And it went to two different paths. And then it became whole again, except that it is still broken. Let's walk with the dog and find another tree or another or whatever that seems to have a certain story to it. The thing is that it's not human creation that tells the story. It's stuff created by nature, and by having nature. Hold on, dog. It has millions and millions and billions of years of evolution, of choices made, of reality. You don't know what those choices are, but they're real, which means they walk, and which means that stories walk. Oh, the dog has to do something. All right, cool. This is what a mystery looks like. You see all those layers? One layer was created with its own time, and another, and another, and another, and another, and each one has its own space, its own rhythm, had changes brought upon it from the outside until finally, let's say, this becomes a seed for something. But underneath it is a layer of mystery. You reveal the first layer, you find this. You reveal the second, the third, the fourth. You go down and down and down until you reveal the beginning. But the truth of the mystery is all of it together. This is what a mystery looks like. Okay, here's something else that's cool. It's a cool story. Let's look at both sides of it. This is about inevitability and what happens in between. So here we are. We have this plant, and this is its future. Look at this. It is created. It slowly falls and falls as it goes and it goes. And let's say when it reaches the ground, let's just say it becomes this. Someone will cut it, someone will change it, but it hasn't reached the ground yet. It goes and becomes thick and rich and has life and lives its life, and inside it there are insects or whatever it is, and death and new life. It hasn't reached the bottom yet. It may reach the bottom in 2 years, which in a story can be 200 years or 20 years or 2 months. It began here. It's all about the stuff that happens between now and the known death that's coming. That's what I see anyway. Let's move on. That's why I really like walking in nature. Some things just tell you stories, and those stories are true. So, yes, it is inspiring in that it gets me to want to write some of these stories. Let's look at this tree. It's like kind of a, I don't know if it's a dead tree, but it certainly isn't full of green like the other trees, right? And even these bits are falling off. So this brings to mind that even dead things clear the way for stuff that's behind it that you thought was dead and isn't. This is not necessarily the story of this tree. This is a story. Imagine something long thought dead, on top of which there are other dead things, and when that falls, the other dead things are revealed. And maybe they're not that dead, they're waiting for some light. Okay, last time for this trip, it's too much for me. Look at this. We're talking a lot about death, but that's because we're in the fall. So look, lots of green leaves surrounded by gray stuff, right? And it looks like it's dying, but actually it's not dying. It's the fall, it's a cycle. And that just gets me thinking about a story. What if humans in the future, aliens, whatever, had a cycle in which parts of them fall and die and then are replaced by new things? 6 months or a year, whatever it is. It's an idea. It doesn't have to become a story, but it could. It could be the basic idea for a story. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that in many ways we are surrounded by stories that are true, and therefore they can inspire us in the basic structure of how they walk. Because that basic structure is how the universe works, and how things were created, how the star system was created, and how the planet was created, and how plants were created, and it's all billions of years and millions of years of evolution and creation and physics and chemistry and biology all walking together. And that's what a story is.